if you feel like you just need more willpower and then everything will be great, you have been misled. This is not a moral failing. That is coming from a place of weight bias and stigma in our society. There is a tremendous amount of science and physiology that underlies why we have such a hard time maintaining weight after loss, and also why it's so difficult to lose in the first place. So just to, in very broad strokes, review a few things, because I always want patients to know, really what you're up against as you begin your weight loss journey, okay? And so this is kind of sometimes what we refer to as the doom and gloom discussion. Number one, if we're talking about, really knowing why we're doing this and what our goals are, first question, is, how much do you want to lose? And we need to be, very cautious and realize if your goal is to lose more than 10% of your body weight, you can enter your weight into a calculator, just multiply by 0.9. If you want your eventual weight to be lower than that number, there is a problem. And, that problem is called metabolic adaptation. And so you need to understand with eyes wide open going in, and anyone treating this should understand the patient should have a lot of counseling, that if we help you lose more than 10% of your body weight, there is a permanent consequence to that, okay? And this feels so un-American, because it feels like, surely not. Surely I can't be punished for the rest of my life because I've lost weight. And the answer is, oh yeah, for sure you can, because your body is tasked with your survival, right? Not your, future optimal health outcomes and risk reduction. Survival. And survival, from that perspective, all fat is good fat, right? So your body is not aligned with your goals on this one. Metabolic adaptation refers to the greater than expected reduction in calorie burning that we see in patients who have lost significant body weight. This does not go away. There have been really high quality studies that follow patients for years, more than 6 years. And your average reduction is around 400 calories a day. What does that mean? What it means is this is the answer to why does every diet stop working? Everything goes great for a while and then it just stops, right? Yeah, it was always going to, because you're human. And so, your body's kind of happy to play along until we lose around 10%. And then your body's going to be like, oh no, this girl's trying to kill us. I'm going to go ahead and save you in case of the next ice age by dropping your daily calorie burn by about 400 calories a day. You may have won the genetic lottery and only have around 200 calories a day adaptation, but that number is not going to be the same. And therefore, most weight loss will hit a very significant plateau at around 10% loss. That is not your fault. You're human. Okay. And so just knowing that going in and realizing hey, there is no getting out of this. For those of us who have had obesity, it doesn't matter what we look like on the outside. We have a metabolic illness for the rest of our life. You've got to understand that going in. This is forever. The changes that we make are forever, and therefore should be with an eye towards sustainability and not necessarily what can help me lose the fastest. Doesn't matter if it's the fastest if we can't do it forever, because we're going to have to do something forever, because we started from a place of metabolic disease.